Good morning, guys. So today we are doing this a little bit different. Today is a day in the life as opposed to a week in the life. Today's busy because I'm starting off the morning with a consultancy session with a client, and then I'm also off to Manchester with Phoebe to go to another consultancy session with another client that we'll share with you. And then we're off to Range Rover because I need to see if my car is going to get fixed. So my mum has been kind enough to allow me to borrow her car to get us there because otherwise we wouldn't even make it. Can I just also say, I feel like sometimes the mornings just disappear, but you'll also see a time lapse of me working this morning with my hair on top of my head. That was basically me catching up on my to-dos. So I've got a client that I'd send a report over to, another client that needed a report, a client that we onboarded yesterday that I basically just needed to get some documents over, and I also chased some invoices. So that was that. The hair is giving. But anyway, today's first consultancy session is with a lovely client. So they are based locally to me in Oxton, and they're opening up a wellness centre. So today's session is to basically just cover all things social media to really help them kind of scale online. As opposed to just business focused, it literally is focusing on building a community, how to follow trends, and just to really help them get started, because I know so many businesses struggle with social media in the beginning because it is overwhelming, especially when you're starting an account from zero. And it doesn't need to be, but let's be honest, it does overwhelm people. But when you're speaking to your audience and you're creating content that converts and resonates, there's nothing to worry about. It might be daunting at first, which it will be, but my biggest advice to say any local service-based business owner is to start your Instagram account, start creating content, share behind the scenes, start to put a face to the brand if you can. Anyone, even like the team, get faces on there, because business accounts always perform a lot slower than, say, personal accounts, because there's no one for people to relate to usually. So as opposed to just using graphics, start to promote like days in the life of the team, why people should come to you, who you are, what you've got coming, and then also start to post in Facebook groups. Try and get into any local Facebook group that you can and start to also share that same content into these Facebook groups, because that will help you grow organically. It'll help you build local brand awareness. Can't even talk now, guys. Awareness. And it will also start to get people to tell their friends and their family about you and your products and your services. Guys, I have just finished my hours session. Oh, they're amazing. They're so lovely, absolutely so lovely. I'm so excited. I think one of the biggest things I love is seeing clients that are so passionate. Like, they're so passionate about their brand. They're so excited about what they've got launching. And do you know what I also love? The fact that they're local, which means that when they do launch, I can go down, I can see what they're doing. I've also offered to send them over my content calendar as well, and also how to run following campaigns, just because I always like to over deliver on all of my consultancy sessions, because as I said earlier, it's daunting for new business owners. And I just want to realise as well that I'm currently holding a Carling glass with a blue straw. I don't drink, but I do drink water, and this was the only glass that I could be bothered to get out the cupboard. So guys, it's going to be a good day. Now it's time to go and get ready, find out what I'm going to wear. I always think that I need to get this glass out, when I'm going to make a complaint, because at the end I'm off to a lovely consultancy session to meet a fantastic client that I've just taken on. I'm so excited to see them, they're so nice. But then I'm also off to Land Rover to be like, fix my car. So I need to look like boss/bussy. But anyway, guys, I'd love to chat, but I need to get into it. So let's go. The day in the life today isn't exciting, but also there's mixed emotions today. There really is, there's mixed emotions. So I'm currently on the way to Manchester for a consultancy session with a new client. They're fantastic. They are one of the best couples I've ever met in my life, and they're really struggling with their business. So I'm going to take you along with me. So we're also managing their social media, but they booked me privately to do one-to-ones. Usually we do them on Zoom, but I said the first one I really wanted to come down because they're only about an hour away. So I wanted to come down and see their unit, see what they're up to, and just really advise on how I can help them and what we should do going forward to restructure the business and actually get them profitable. But after the meeting, we are then off to Land Rover because my car yesterday, give you a bit of a rundown of the broken Range Rover. So everyone knows it's been playing up for a while. It was booked in for a service on the 30th of June, but then I was away in July, and my neighbour then hit my wing mirror off my car, which was a nightmare, so I couldn't drive it. And then I finally managed to book it in at a Range Rover specialist to look at the engine as well, and he was going to service it. but on the day I booked it in, it had broke down. So the RAC came out to me and they said, do you know what, we've got it started, I'll drive you down, follow you. No, you drive, I'll follow. And I was like, is that the best option? And he was like, yeah. It wasn't, because by the time I got there, how the car got me there is beyond me. Got into the garage, he plugged it in and he just went, your engine's Phoebe will beep it, but it was that your engine's done. He said, I'm not even going to look at it, you need to get it towed and you need to get it into Range Rover and your petrol. So anyway, I was like, got on the phone to Range Rover, was ringing Liverpool and Chester, which are our local ones, and they were like, we can't get it in until November. Car's under warranty though. So I was like, right, that's a joke. They said, take it to Manchester. So I ended up paying 300 quid to get my car towed to Manchester last night, 4/6. Got it there. I ring my warranty and I'm like, do I get a courtesy card? They're like, yeah, but your warranty's void because your car needs a service and it's overdue. I was like, my car needs a service because one, it's been broke, I've not been here, and I couldn't get it into the garage because no one would look at it. So now I'm in a battle war, and yeah, so I have to see the client, and then straight after that we're going to go to Land Rover in Manchester, see if there's an update and just see if there's anything that they can help me with, or I still need to wait for them to diagnose the car though with the issue. Yeah, right now we need a new engine and they're saying it's not under warranty, so now right now I'm paid for warranty and an engine. Joke. But yeah, come with us. So for example, your strengths, we've got a wide product range, we can develop strong brand partnerships, because where you get these products from, the actual brand itself, have you got any brand partnerships with the brands themselves?
We've just been saying that I've just said to Phoebes, when these come up to speak to me, I need you to be like, listen, I'm a bodyguard, and not only that, I'm also the person that distributes this content, so you either fix their car or this is going to go live. And I've just said we need to do a podcast. It's like we're going to invite every single person that's had a hooked up Range Rover engine. Could you imagine how many people that we could invite onto our podcast that have had trouble with Range Rovers? This is a joke. My car got towed yesterday and the fella was like, Abby, there's 4 cars in here with the same issue. Which one's yours? Brilliant. We are not impressed. So wait, well we are. We've come to book San Carlo, having a nice meal, but we're not impressed because we've seen a rental that's come up and it's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.
Came up for 1,300, booked your viewing, and I've just checked back now and they've changed it to 1,600. How scummy is that? Scumbags. What do we call him? Scumbags.
Right guys, I am home from a good but stressful day. I've taken my makeup off, had a shower, put my jumper back on from this morning. Everyone's gonna come for me now and be like, that's not very clean. Anyway, it's been one of them days, but the day isn't over just yet. So I'm about to sit down now to go over a few client proposals, and we're also hiring at the moment. So I'm trying to find someone that's gonna basically come on board and help us with like personal branding and also a few social media clients. So as I said, the night isn't over. We're gonna sit down, same way, me, and basically go over a few more things, client proposals, get all that done, and also run through some CVs that I've had over from Indeed. Everyone is pretty invested in the Range Rover story though. They are loving the fact that everyone can say, I told you so, I told you not to get one. But there's no update just yet. I'm still waiting to hear. The car's hopefully getting diagnosed tomorrow, but we will see. Warranty company is still being an absolute nightmare, but we will see. And here comes the family arriving. So guys, I'm going to get on with my work. I hope you've enjoyed today, and I will see you in the next video.